Ha guys, let's get more news about Warriors, but first don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Warriorstrade have just been hit with another massive shock that's shaking their fan base to the core. This isn't just your ordinary roster update or a casual practice report. This is a full-blown drama that has stunned everyone connected to the franchise. The tension, the uncertainty, and the sense of urgency are all boiling over. And right now, their Warriors are at the center of one of the wildest breaking news stories of the year. When you think about the Warriors, you think about stability, championships, and a culture that has been built around Stephen Curry, Draymond Green, and Klay Thompson. You think about an organization that prides itself on keeping things in-house, working through problems quietly, and never letting the outside world see too much of the inner chaos. But this time, things are different. Reports are swirling that inside the locker room and the front office, there is a storm brewing, and it has spilled out into the open. This drama has everyone talking, from players to analysts to fans across the globe. And the questions it raises about the future of this team are louder than ever before. It all began when whispers started emerging that certain players within the roster are unhappy with the way things are being handled. While the Warriors have always been known for chemistry and togetherness, this season has been an uphill battle. Injuries, inconsistent rotations, and questions about how much longer the championship window can realistically stay open have added immense pressure. And now, insiders are suggesting that this pressure has boiled over into frustration, conflict, and even potential divisions among players and management. For fans, this is difficult to digest because their Warriors have always presented a united front. Whether it was during their title runs or their tougher seasons, the message was always the same. They were going to figure things out together. But now it appears that cracks are beginning to form, and those cracks are becoming visible. Sources close to the team describe heated conversations, tense moments during practices, and even disagreements about the direction the franchise should be heading. Some of the younger players reportedly feel like they are not being given enough trust, while some of the veterans are worried that the front office isn't doing enough to maximize the remaining prime years of Steph Curry. Speaking of Curry, you can imagine how this impacts him. He has been the heartbeat of the franchise for more than a decade, carrying them through highs and lows and always being the calm presence in the storm. But now even Curry is said to be frustrated by the inconsistency and the lack of clarity. He wants to win. He wants to compete, and he wants to make sure that the team around him is fully committed to chasing another championship. With his competitive fire and his legacy on the line, this kind of internal drama is the last thing he or the Warriors need right now. Draymond Green is another name that cannot be ignored in this discussion. Known for his intensity, his leadership, and sometimes his volatility, Green has always been both the soul and the spark plug of the team. But whenever the Warriors go through turbulence, Draymond is right in the middle of it, for better or worse. Reports indicate that Green has been vocal about his dissatisfaction, particularly with how the coaching staff is managing certain situations. Whether it's the rotations, the defensive schemes, or the lack of energy at times, Green has made his feelings known, and that has created some tension. His leadership has always been fiery, but when the results don't follow, that fire can sometimes burn the wrong way. Klay Thompson's situation only adds fuel to this drama. Playing for a contract, trying to prove he still belongs among the elite, and facing the criticism that comes with age and injury setbacks, Klay has had to deal with more scrutiny than ever before. Every shot he takes, every defensive possession he plays, and every post-game comment he makes gets magnified under the microscope. With free agency looming, his future is uncertain, and that uncertainty adds another layer of stress to the entire team dynamic. And then there's the front office. Their Warriors management has long been praised for building a dynasty, for drafting smartly, for making bold moves, and for keeping the team competitive. But now, fans are openly questioning whether those same decision-makers are making the right calls. Moves that were supposed to elevate the roster haven't fully panned out, and the team finds itself stuck between two timelines, developing young talent like Jonathan Kuminga, Moses Moody, and Brandon Podziemski, while also trying to squeeze every last championship run out of Curry, Green, and Thompson. That balancing act has proven to be incredibly difficult, and right now it seems to be causing more friction than harmony. As if that wasn't enough, recent reports suggest that certain trade discussions have created unease in the locker room. Players hearing their names being floated around in rumors. Veterans feeling like their positions are insecure, and younger players wondering if they'll be shipped out before getting a real chance. It all feeds into the drama. When you combine uncertainty with ambition, the result is an environment where everyone feels the pressure. Fans online have been going crazy with social media exploding as soon as these reports hit the airwaves. You see passionate Warrior supporters arguing about whether it's time to blow it up, whether management has failed the core, or whether people are overreacting to a rough patch. Some fans believe the team simply needs time to find its rhythm, while others are convinced that big changes are unavoidable. The debates are fiery, emotional, and relentless because when it comes to their Warriors, every decision is magnified. The national media has also jumped on this story, with analysts questioning how long the Warriors can realistically keep this dynasty alive. Some believe that as long as Curry is on the floor, they always have a chance. Others argue that the supporting cast is no longer strong enough and that the internal conflicts only highlight the need for a major reset. Whatever side of the argument you fall on, there's no denying that this drama is now at the forefront of NBA discussions. But what happens next? That's the million-dollar question. Do the Warriors regroup, put aside their frustrations, and use this drama as motivation to come together, or do they allow it to grow, creating a rift that could ultimately derail their season and even lead to franchise-altering moves in the near future? If history has shown us anything, it's that the Warriors thrive when they're doubted. They have overcome injuries, critics, and adversity before. But if the drama continues to escalate, we could be witnessing the beginning of the end for one of the greatest dynasties in basketball history. So, Warriors fans, buckle up because this ride is about to get wild. The breaking news today is not just about stats, not just about wins and losses. It's about identity, leadership, and the very core of what has made this team special. This drama has erupted in a way nobody expected, and the ripple effects are going to be felt across the NBA. Whether this becomes a rallying cry or a downfall remains to be seen, but one thing is certain: the Golden State Warriors have just been stunned, and nothing will ever be quite the same again.